Oh, evening everyone. This is my first custom loco video. This was a Missouri Pacific Athearn Genesis GP15-1, and I had two of them, and I sold one, and I was trying to sell this one, and nobody wanted it, and it's kind of a good thing actually, because I started thinking about a branch line and how good this little engine would be for a branch line. So I pulled the ad down, and I went to work on it, and needed a few things. So I dull coated it first off, and then I started doing some weathering on it, and I actually started playing. This is the first time I played with oils. The Windsor and Newton, I used the zinc white first off, and just brushed that on almost dry, and then kind of got it looking a bit paint faded, and that looked pretty good. And then I decided to hit it with some of that burnt umber as well, and so this is pretty much burnt umber on the roof and on the hood, and then this is a mixture of burnt umber and actually acrylic black. There's a stain, and this is a mixture of a few Missouri Pacific photos that I found. There was one that was almost completely rusted, and then obviously I had to come up with a fake railroad name. So my branch line is named after my children. So their first initial of their names, V, M, and J. Those are my three kids, and then railroad, obviously. So I came up with Val Mass Junction Railway, and I actually I had some CN stripes left over, and I figured I'd do some racing stripes. Why not? So the only things I really did to this engine are I put an AC unit, I put a beacon, I put front ditch lights on it, and I relocated the 3-chime horn to the back. So this guy just put some piping on the roof, so it goes from the old hole where the horn used to be back to the horn. So I guess that's where the air goes through. And I didn't do anything to the decoder. I actually it did have a cab light in it, which was blown out. It was an old incandescent bulb, so that blew out. And actually, this is where I need I need some comments actually and some help with this. So I wired it up last night, and I thought I was all done and everything was great, but I'll fire it up and I'll show you what happens. So this is when it's in reverse. So I'll zoom out and you can see what happens. So the beacon does flash, however, so too does the rear light. You can, well, that's not flashing. So when this is in reverse now, so it's going in reverse direction. So the rear light's on and the beacon's on. And then if I put it in the forward direction, hold on a second, we get the front headlights come on and the ditch lights flash. And so the way I wired it is, I don't know if you know, it's a Tsunami 1 decoder. I came off of function 5 and function 6 for the ditch lights and for the beacon, and I put my 1 kilo ohm resistor on all the lighting, and I guess on the decoder there's a V plus 14, which is 14 volt. So all of the positives for the beacon, and the rear and the front light, they all tie together back on the positive 14 voltage. And so I'm wondering if that all the positives coming back to the same terminal. There's only one terminal on this board, so I can't figure out any other way to do it. I'm wondering if that's what's gone wrong with these things, and I don't know, they're not independent basically. These ditch lights come on when it's going forward, but they flash, so they're taking the function from the beacon. I don't know how they're doing that. And then they're actually only coming on. They're not, basically, if I use I did some function mapping, but F5 and F6 don't seem to do anything. These lights come on when I press the headlights. So somehow they're all wired into the same thing, and I don't know. So any of you guys have done this before, I'd love some tips on what I've done wrong. I'll try and post a photograph as well of the wiring that I've done. Anyway, oh yeah, sorry, I put in the all-weather window as well. I'll take it off and show it. Oh, and then I did so this is basically, they got the run-of-the-mill dumpy engine from somewhere cheap, and it needed a new front door as well. So they got a door off a UP unit, I guess, and put it on there. So that's a fairly brand new door. At least it's been reprimed. What else did I do? I don't think I did much else. Yeah. So this is just I'll show you the other side here, just so you can have a good look at it. That's the weathering on that side. And then I'll try and show you the top here. So the roof is pretty cool looking, I think. It's got some nice weathering on it. There's the AC in it. Oh yeah, I should actually turn it back around. I'll give you extreme zoom in. I did some detail inside. I don't know if you can see in the window, but I'll go as close as I can. You can see what you can get in there. It's probably pretty dark in there. But I painted up the engineer. He's all painted up. There he is. He's wearing his orange floral. And I did some detail inside as well. I should actually put a cab light into this thing, but I don't think I've got any functions left. Anyway, that's my first finished custom loco. Let me know what you guys think. Hope you have a good weekend, and I've actually torn my layout apart too, so I'll have to give you an update on that soon when I get some progress going. I got a bit more space, so I'm taking advantage of it. Anyway, thanks for all your viewers, and yeah, thanks for your subscribers as well. Feel free to subscribe, and I'll keep the videos coming. Have a good night.